6 a.m. Tuesday morning, the usual busy Likoni channel had scaled down its operations and suspended transportation of heavy commercials across the ocean due to fast-moving water currents attributed to inflows from the nearby flooded Mwache River, which drains into the ocean. Kenya Ferry Services Managing Director Bakari Goa say the currents were so high that at one time MV Nyayo, the oldest ferry at the channel, had to be towed by Kenya Ports Authority tugboats after it started drifting towards the high seas.
This has made it very difficult for the ferries to cross from either side of the channel. In fact, MV Kilindini have been withdrawn because it cannot sustain this type of currents.
Operations were, however, reinstated at around 10 a.m. after ocean tides rose to counter the heavy river water currents. Meanwhile, in Kisauni constituency, residents of Junda area woke to tragic news following the death of one of their neighbors whose house was allegedly swept away following heavy rains.
Mmoja ambao amejaribu kumtapisha maji yalikuwa yamemchukua, lakini kwa bahati mbaya amefariki hivi leo asubuhi.
The house was built on a drainage way, and in Mombasa, the gravity of Mombasa is very weak. That is when the maji was too much, hence it brought up the building down.
However, this was not the only loss they had to endure following events that transpired on Monday night. As you can see behind me, over 20 houses have been completely submerged in water as residents were forced to salvage the little they could and seek shelter from their neighbors.
Nilitoka saa 2:30 nikiwa na watoto mpaka na bwanangu, lakini tulikuwa hatujiwezi. Mkalala wapi jana? Mimi nimelala kule juu kwa guest. Hatukutoka na vitu vilibakia hivyo. Tulipatoka tu vile unatuona hivi.
Jana mvua ilinyesha, tukaulia ni mzaha, lakini baada ya kufikia saa 12 ndio tuliona ukweli wa mambo uko wapi. Kwa sababu ifika saa 12 maji yaanza kuingia chooni, kaingia milangoni, hata kuchukua mlango hautoki. Tulichookoa katika maisha yetu ni watoto na baba wakakimbia na sisi wakina mama. Lakini kila kitu kilizamia humo ndani ya nyumba. Serikali eje tusaidie, sisi tunateseka, wakaazi wa Junda.
The residents maintain they will not vacate the maternal land, urging the county government to construct proper drainage.
Mkono wa bahari hatuko mbali nao. Hapa na mkono wa bahari ni kama mita 200 tu 300 kama sikosei. Ambapo sidhani kama serikali inaweza shindwa kutujengea ama county inaweza shindwa kutujengea sisi drainage system tuepukane na haya maafa yanotukumba. Sasa hivi angalia ni watu wangapi ambao sasa hivi hawajua leo usiku wa leo hawajua talala wapi. Tangu jana usiku.
And in Makupa, the aftermath of the heavy rains resulted in the death of 2 people, a man and his child, who died after a wall collapsed onto their house. Residents of Momlai, Kalahari and Bombolulu were also forced to seek shelter elsewhere after their houses were completely submerged in water.
Our neighbors have vacated due to this rain. We have a lot of poultry that has died because of this. Yesterday we had a lot of problems. We didn't have no place to eat, no place to sleep, no place to go. We were stranded.
And in Taita Taveta County, farmers are counting losses after their crops were submerged in water. In the wake of the disaster, Mombasa County government has moved to demolish buildings, blocking the free flow of water, maintaining that they will review plans to construct drainage.
If we were to redo the entire stormwater drainage, and I can tell you, if the North Coast one has costed over 2 point whatever billion. This is basically just Kisauni. We know how important it is. We did much less in the first fiscal year. But as we're moving forward, even the next year, we're going to see a bigger allocation. That is why we've been saying Mombasa is a unique county. We need to see how best, even if it is by a way of conditional grants, the national government should be able to support. That's why we're saying even the little resource that we could have gotten from Kenya Ports Authority, for example, would have helped us a great deal to improve on the infrastructure.
Mombasa County Governor Hassan Joho and the County Commissioner Evans Achoki appealed to those in flood-prone areas to vacate their homes and seek refuge in rescue centers that have been set up.
We have been able to negotiate with the residents and we have managed to open these waterways natural waterways, especially in Shanzu area, in Kisauni, parts of Kisauni, and we will continue to do so.
The incident comes barely a day after 6 people died after a wall collapsed on their house, bringing the death toll due to heavy rains in the coast region to 9 in just 2 days. Juney Karisa reporting from Mombasa County.